All right, we'll start with the ninth inning, just the tough ending. You had some great at-bats before that. Did you think you guys had a chance with Wander stepping up there, and what did you see from that inning?
Yeah, I thought we had a chance with everybody that came up there with guys on base. Good hitters, and, you know, Diekman's really tough, but we had good at-bats against him, and then Bilal hung in there, but just, you know, he threw, looked like a front-door breaking ball to him that caught the edge. But feel good with all those guys. We just came up short.
And Corey Kluber, just in the first inning, had some trouble right away. I mean, was it just a matter for him of not locating his pitches, or what did you see from him?
Yeah, probably a little bit of that. You know, the Boston's, they have a very good lineup, very good approach. Didn't look like they were trying to do too much. Pieced together, you know, 2 solid innings off of them. I think you take away Xander's double and Rafi's home run. I mean, it was a bunch of singles in there, but they did have good at bats. You got to give them credit for sure. They jumped on us for an early lead.
You know, we hit it in the last out there, but that's Wander's first multi-home run game. Just wanted to see the way that he was hitting the ball tonight.
Really, really well, like he's done all season long. He's just really impressive the way he can get the pitches, and you know, he rifles 2 balls down the line for home runs. But he's swinging the bat well.
Did that ninth inning feel like a microcosm of the whole game, with Story making 2 nice plays on hard hit balls? I mean,
yeah, they made some nice plays at like really big times for them, where we had chances to get a run up there or multiple runs. Story made a nice play. I mean, Yandy's ball that he hits, that's probably a gapper. It scores 2. So Bogart's made some nice plays. So yeah, they made some nice plays at the right time for them.
You guys have seen Walker good before, obviously on your end. What made him kind of tough?
He just mixed his pitches well. Certainly know that he's a good pitcher. I mean, we didn't do much off of him with the exception of Wander. But it was very similar to the guy that we saw, where he had a pretty good feel for his changeup. There's some fastballs kind of running back in, started at the lefty to come back in to get some check swings or some takes and stuff. He threw good.
I appreciate the way that Kluber hung in there to save the ball.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, it could have gone sideways pretty quick. He stays in there. I think he had a 5 or 6 pitch inning in the 4th, allowed him to get to the 5th. You know, the last thing you want to do against any team, certainly Boston's lineup, is get into the bullpen so deep that it affects you for the next couple days, and his work allowed us not to do that.
He ended up testing positive.
Yeah.
Is it a little unnerving just knowing how quickly this thing can spread in a clubhouse?
Yeah, it is. I mean, unfortunately, we've got some pretty good practice at it, and we've seen from other clubs what they've gone through. You don't like to see it for any club, certainly ours. Hopefully we've kind of got it confined or nipped, whatever you want to call it, and hope that Frankie's doing okay and the rest of the staff that wasn't able to be here tonight.
Nice to see Colin back out there.
It was. That was, you know, every step for these guys coming back, whether it's getting off the mound, spring training. You know, Colin started in AAA, his outing there, but his velo was better than when he left us or when he got hurt. Maybe there's reason that he wasn't feeling right, but to hit that 94, 95 mark, that was really encouraging, and just trust his fastball, which it's a pretty unique fastball that I think he threw it 6 pitches or whatever it was.
And Kevin, you got another multi-inning performance out of Phoenix,
too,
so he's done real well in his 2 appearances.
He has. He's done a nice job. You know, down right there, didn't want to, felt like Phoenix is equipped to go out and keep it right there, and he did. He does a nice job of mixing his pitches. He's got 2 good breaking balls that he can use. Pops in enough fastballs to keep him honest, and limited Boston to keep it right there to give us a chance.
Did Pinto get here in time?
No.
So
I think he's landing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of says something as the way that game started, just don't be in the last inning, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it says something. I think it's fairly obvious that we expect to be in games and come back from games. We just came up a little short, but the way the at-bats went there at the end were encouraging. Diekman's tough, and we didn't do him any favors by expanding with him. We made him work, drove his pitch count up. We just fell a little short.
Everybody good?